All right, let's dive into a really powerful idea today, one that could totally change the way you think about building wealth. And no, this isn't about budgeting hacks or hot stock tips. We're talking about a fundamental mindset shift, moving away from just earning and focusing on owning. So let me just start with this question for you to think about. Is your job, even if it's a great, high-paying job, actually making you rich, or is it just keeping you busy, kind of stuck in that cycle of trading your precious time for money? This one question really gets to the core of everything we're about to unpack. And that question, it leads us right into our first section. This idea that so many of us are chasing the wrong goal when it comes to our finances. If you ask just about anyone how they plan to get wealthier, you're almost always going to get the same answer. I need to earn more money, right? Get a raise, land a better paying job, maybe work a few more hours. It feels like the most obvious path. But here's the trap in that way of thinking. It creates this direct, unbreakable link between your time and your income. Your potential to earn is completely tied to the number of hours you can physically put in. You're the engine, and if you stop working, well, the money stops coming in. And that brings us to the ultimate wall you're going to hit. There are only 24 hours in a day. That's it. You can't make more time. And what that means is that the earn more strategy has a hard ceiling, a limit you just can't break through. This really just says it all, doesn't it? Chasing money is actually a flawed strategy. It's kind of like being on a hamster wheel. Sure, you can run faster and faster, but you're not really getting anywhere new. The goal shouldn't be the chase itself. Okay, so if just chasing a bigger paycheck is the wrong game, what's the right one? Well, that brings us to a super important concept here in Section 2, the leverage principle. So what in the world is leverage? Well, to put it simply, it's anything that can work for you even when you're not. Think of it like a force multiplier. For everything you do, something that can generate value completely separate from you clocking in and out. And boom, there it is. This is the big secret. You don't become rich by chasing wealth. You become rich by building it. You construct systems, you create leverage. It's a huge shift from being a runner in the race to becoming the architect of the whole system. So what does leverage actually look like in the real world? Well, it can be a bunch of things. It could be code, like a software app you build once and can sell 1,000,000 times. It can be capital, your money invested and working to make more money. It can be media, like a YouTube channel or a podcast that thousands of people can consume while you're sleeping. Or it can be people, a great team that can run and grow a business. And here's why this is such a game changer. Leverage is the thing that finally breaks that connection between your income and your time. It completely shatters that 24-hour-a-day ceiling we talked about. With leverage, your results are no longer tied directly to your effort. Now, this whole idea works hand in hand with our third key concept, which is adopting the ownership mindset. This slide just lays it all out, side by side. The standard mindset is always asking, how can I earn more? Which, as we've seen, just leads you back to trading time for money. But the wealth mindset asks a totally different question. How can I own more? Yeah, seeing it visually like this really makes it click, doesn't it? And this isn't about being poor or rich in terms of your bank balance right now. It's all about the framework you use to make your financial decisions. One question keeps you running in place, the other one lets you build something that lasts. And to be super clear here, owning more doesn't mean going out and buying more stuff, like cars or gadgets. It means acquiring equity in assets. The things that actually provide leverage. A piece of a business, a stock portfolio, a software product you created. These are the things that can generate income all by themselves. Okay, so this all sounds great, but how do we actually put it all together and make it, actionable? Well, that brings us to our final section, asking yourself a brand new financial question. So here it is, the core takeaway, broken down into 2 simple steps. First, you've got to consciously stop focusing only on how to increase your salary. And second, you have to start actively asking yourself, what can I build and own that will work for me? Here's another way to think about it, using some simple financial terms. The earning mindset is obsessed with the income statement, how much money is coming in every month. The owning mindset is focused on the balance sheet, specifically on building up that asset column that generates income for you, often passively. So we're going to end right where we started, with a question for you to really think about. As you move forward from today, just ask yourself this. In your career, in your financial life, are you just building your income, Or are you strategically and deliberately building your leverage? Honestly, the answer to that one question could change absolutely everything.